Here are insightful quotes from Warren Buffett, covering a range of topics including investing, business, and life. On investing, rule number 1, never lose money. Rule number 2, never forget rule number 1. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. Our favorite holding period is forever. The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient. Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. The most important quality for an investor is temperament, not intellect. Time is the friend of the wonderful company, the enemy of the mediocre. In the business world, the rearview mirror is always clearer than the windshield. If you aren't willing to own a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. You only have to do a very few things right in your life so long as you don't do too many things wrong. Wide diversification is only required when investors do not understand what they are doing. Only buy something that you'd be perfectly happy to hold if the market shut down for 10 years. Investing is laying out money now to get more money back in the future. Never invest in a business you cannot understand. Opportunities come infrequently. When it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. The business schools reward difficult, complex behavior more than simple behavior, but simple behavior is more effective. Forecasts may tell you a great deal about the forecaster. They tell you nothing about the future. I will tell you how to become rich. Close the doors. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. On business. The most important thing to do if you find yourself in a hole is to stop digging. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. In looking for people to hire, you look for 3 qualities: integrity, intelligence, and energy. And if they don't have the first, the other 2 will kill you. Chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken. The best thing I did was to choose the right heroes. The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything. It's far better to buy a wonderful company at a fair price than a fair company at a wonderful price. You don't have to be smarter than the next guy. You have to be more disciplined than the next guy. On life and success. Someone's sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. The best investment you can make is in yourself. Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. It's better to hang out with people better than you. Pick out associates whose behavior is better than yours, and you'll drift in that direction. Of the billionaires I have known, money just brings out the basic traits in them. If they were jerks before they had money, they are simply jerks with $1 billion. The rich invest in time, the poor invest in money. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. What the wise do in the beginning, fools do in the end. I always knew I was going to be rich. I don't think I ever doubted it for a minute. The more you learn, the more you earn. The best thing I did was to choose the right heroes. The difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people say no to almost everything. It's better to do a few things well than a lot of things poorly. When you get to my age, you'll measure your success in life by how many of the people you want to have love you actually do love you. There seems to be some perverse human characteristic that likes to make easy things difficult. You only find out who is swimming naked when the tide goes out. You should invest in a business that even a fool can run, because someday a fool will. If you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the rest of humanity to think about the other 99%. These quotes reflect Warren Buffett's profound wisdom and practical approach to investing, business, and life.